Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I am your host Caligulaoctocat for yet another episode of What Can We Expect, where we play a demo, a beta, an alpha, what have you, and we give you some information on what we can expect the game to be like. Today we are doing Uncharted 4. We're going to go over some different aspects of what it was like, the beta, and what we can expect to see when the full game releases, based on what we've seen of the game so far. And I will go ahead and say most of the information you will be given here today is from my good friend Fasha X2, PlayStation user. And next we will talk about the open areas and story. And we're just going to go over that first because there's not much there to talk about. But from what we've seen of the story of the demo that was shown to us by Naughty Dog, there are more open areas. You can see through the Jeep chase scene where there are more open areas and you seem to be able to take any route you want and not be restricted. It won't be open world by any means, but it won't be nearly as linear. And I've read on articles that it also has better opportunities for approaching the game different ways, like maybe Metal Gear Solid 5, where you have a stealth approach that you can take, and you have other approaches, and that Uncharted 4 seems to be taking the same approach to gameplay and allowing you to have a bunch of different options to progress throughout the story and different ways to take on challenges and enemies. And according to Fasha, the gameplay seems to be quite smooth. He said it was very smooth, very nice. Mostly there are different ways you can interact with your environment. Most of this coming through the employment of your new and improved grappling hook. Not really improved since it's the first time it's appeared in an Uncharted game, and you can use the grappling hook to swing around the map. And again, something that's been added to the multiplayer are the multiplayer mysticals, which are pretty much things that help you out. And Fasha has told me that these can get annoying, though they are pretty cool. I've experienced some of them myself, and they are pretty cool. I like to use the El Dorado, and we'll go over a bit about what they're all about. But first I want to go over the trolling, and that is that people are already using the 2 you're allowed in the beta, I believe it was, to troll people non-stop, and that gets annoying. So if you play Uncharted 4 multiplayer, don't troll with the mysticals, because that's ruining a great mechanic. It really is. Now I'm just going to go over what the mysticals are. The first one that we have announced, they may add more, I'm not sure, but they have the Wrath of El Dorado, which is of course from Uncharted 1, and you deploy it and it sends out damaging spirits that fly around the map pretty much in a certain area of effect and damage enemies. And then there's the Spirit of Division, which I believe is one of the novel things. I don't remember. Some of these are from novels and comic books, but there's that, which allows you to teleport. There's the Centimani Stone, which revives allies around you. The Staff of Manco, which reveals enemy location. And Indra's Eternity, which slows down enemies. So that's something that they've added to multiplayer. And the way this works is you pretty much gain cash by kills, and I'm assuming by doing other things that would gain you this kind of advantage and cash throughout the game, and that allows you to buy these mysticals, which you can use against your enemies. Next up, we have the sidekicks in multiplayer, which are little helper buddies that you send out to help you to scan the area. And again, what they have announced, they may add more, I'm not sure. But there's the sniper, which stays in one location, I believe, and defends that location. There's the savior, who hands out ammo and revives allies. There's the hunter, who hunts and holds enemies for the player to knock out. And the brute, who is heavily armored, slow-moving, but has a lot of firepower. So those are the sidekicks. They should bring a lot of variety to multiplayer along with the mysticals. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun when the full game releases. We get even more maps and modes. We have all this cool stuff to play with. And back to story. They have said that this will be the last Uncharted game, I believe. So one thing we can definitely expect is for all story arcs of the characters to be closed. What that means is pretty much they'll bring every character's character to pretty much an end, where it be a death or some kind of resolution. They're not going to give out spoilers, of course, but they have said that all arcs will come to an end, is what I've heard. So we can for sure expect this to be the last Uncharted game, going out with a big bang with the amazing narrative that they've learned to do so well through The Last of Us and the other Uncharted games. Well, this has been our What Can We Expect for Uncharted 4, coming out May 10th, I believe, is still the release date, unless they decide to change it for like the 50th time. All credit, most credit, goes to Fasha X2. Some of this information I did get from articles around the web, but Fasha was a big help in helping me to know what direction I was going in. So thank you to you, man, you're the best. This has been our What Can We Expect. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it and subscribe. You know all the good stuff. I'm not going to give you the whole spiel over again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I hope this helped you guys out.